Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and this video is about Broughtonia, a beautiful compact orchid in the Cattleya alliance that comes from Jamaica and Cuba. But before we get stuck into this video, I want to give a shout out to people who are growing a plant for my son Josh. And this harks back to the collaborative growing we're doing here on this channel, and I'll link to a better explanation about it up above. Stephen Hunt in Ontario in Canada contacted me when I was in Greece and told me that he was growing an after-ape lily for Josh, which is really a beautiful, beautiful lily. And you're going to see photos of Stephen's lily at the very end of this video, so stay tuned for that, and thank you so much, Stephen. Now we're getting on with the video, and I don't know if you can see that in frame, but two of my Broughtonia are actually in this shot. We have the red one, which is the Broughtonia sanguinea up front, and there over there in the far distance is negrilensis, which is on the last of its flowers. Now, I bought these beautiful orchids in February of this year and made an unboxing video when I got them, and Joshy heckled me all the way through it. It was so funny. He had such a great sense of humour. I'm going to link to that video up above because it's a bit of an unusual boxing video. But I bought these orchids because they're in the Cattleya alliance, and I love Cattleya orchids, and I was anxious to try them. And this is the sanguinea, and then it's just opening now. Okay, so there are 2 buds left to open, and we've got 4 flowers. This one is going over a little bit at this stage. They do tend to close a bit at night, which is odd. Now, these plants are usually bifoliate. You can see here with the fact that there are 2 leaves on the top of each pseudobulb, and typically they produce a cylindrical inflorescence with a cluster of flowers near the apex, which we can see quite clearly here with the sanguinea. It was also the same on the other one, the negrilensis, but as we're only left with 1 flower now, it's impossible to see that it was a cluster. But the negrilensis is really a pretty one. I think my favourite. Very nice. I love the tubular shape to the flowers. Super little thing. These plants are quite compact, often sold as miniatures. I've got mine on mounts, and therefore, you know, they can slot into many people's collections if you have a place where they can get good light. I suppose in a sense these plants are a kind of novelty to me, because if you look at this sanguinea, there's nothing particularly spectacular about these flowers. They're quite small. The colour is interesting but not wonderful, and you know, it doesn't produce a lot of different spikes. I suppose it's got going for it the fact that it's a miniature. The reason why I wanted to try them is that I'd never actually seen a Broughtonia before, and you know, you don't come across them to buy very often, so I was very anxious to try them. So I grow these plants on a south-facing window. They're on mounts, which we can see here, which get watered every other day with warm water. They're kept in my kitchen on a south-facing window, as I said, but it's quite warm in here. And indeed, Broughtonia is an orchid that likes warmer temperatures. There they are together. I waited making this video until I could have both of them in flower at the same time. And the negrilensis actually has flowered for a very long time. It was almost in flower when I went away on holiday to Greece, opened while I was there, and has continued on now until I think it's the 15th of September today. So it does have quite a long flowering period, which is definitely in its favour. Here's just a very little clip on when I unpotted my Dimophorchis. There's the label there. And some of you will recall that this plant was sent to me by Orchid Dude in Barcelona. And I had to take it out because it was sending a root down through the pot. In fact, what I had to do was to cut the pot to get the plant out. But thankfully I have it out intact. This is the root I was talking about. And this is the extent of the root system. So I'm very pleased to see that this plant is growing two very sturdy looking roots since I got it. And now I'm going to pot it up in this pot here. There we go, with some bark. But that's all I wanted to show you. And just a little update on Ernie, or Aerangis citrata. And as you can see, it was losing all its leaves, so I was fighting a losing battle with this one. But thought I might throw out a swan song of a final flower spike, which indeed is what that is. But if we look closely here, you can see that whatever kind of black rot, crown rot, is in the plant is slowly creeping up the plant stem. So I think Ernie ran out of time and is no more. Oh well, there you go. There we go. Okay, that's all for now. Hope you liked this video on Broughtonia, and if so, check back for more orchid videos soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to make an in-flower video for September. We shall have to see. Okay, bye.